Hello and welcome back. Another day of training, another level of excitement to me, right? This is where it gets a little more fun, right? We're almost through building the foundational elements. We're going to get into some more tactical things. And the very first thing is we got to pick the audience, right? When you know what you want to teach, when you know who you want to serve, things start to become more clear. So who do you want to serve most in your career? Right? I call this my magic wand, right? You get very familiar with this later. My magic iPad pen, but I'm gonna call it the magic wand for right now. I'm giving you the magic wand. You can wave it in front of you and there's gonna be a line of clients that are exactly for you right in front of you. And they're all gonna wanna work with you. I promise. Who would they be? Who would they be? Now I have a whole more in-depth training that's coming towards you in the preceding days. This is called the ideal client avatar as we dial it in, but now we're just laying the foundational elements. So we're gonna start with demographics, right? Man, woman, both. Talk about age, right? Typically a range. And think as you go through the range, are people in the same sort of thought processes, right? I don't believe a 25-year-old and a 40-year-old think the same. I don't believe they use the same vernacular. I don't believe they show up the same way. I don't believe they're dealing with the same life struggles. It's not that you can't serve both, but those are two separate clients with two separate things, which makes it very difficult to have that focus. And so if you've struggled to get traction, you're probably a little too wide. It's okay. We're fixing it right now. What sort of life experience do you want your ideal client to have? Now, as you get all this dialed in and you start really niching down, and I don't even love that term because it's not a niche, right? These are people that you're going to serve. We want to ensure that we're not so specific that there's less than 100,000 people available in the marketplace. The reason for that is they might not even be interested. They might not know they have a pain point. It might take a long time to overcome that. Same thing if your niches or your grouping is larger than 1 million. You almost get lost, right? It becomes this battle royale for all the traction that exists. So consider somewhere between 100,000 and 1 million people total. And you might say right now, well, my thing helps the entire world, right? Anybody could benefit from this. I'm sure, my friend. I'm sure as I had my personal development, my mindset-based business, I was like, man, if you had a credit card and you had ambition and you had motivation, I could help you. I don't have the time and the resources to help the entire world, and neither do you. Simply stop trying. There's people that need your help right now that are begging for you to show up and speak to them exactly. And this is just high level. Do not get too granular with all this training today. We're going to ease into the next level of this, of getting crystal clear. It's coming very quickly. But for today, the questions you need to answer, the audience that will benefit most from my training is men or women, this age range with this big problem. Then the audience that can pay for my training. It's the most important part. Right? You might love to help, adolescents, preteens, maybe college students, but do they have cash to spend with you? If the answer isn't a hell yes, it has to be a hell no. So be very, very clear on who has the money to pay for your services. The audience that then will understand your topic is who? Who is going to understand you? Who's going to be crystal clear on their understanding of what it is that you offer? Because there are plenty of people that are 30 to 40-year-old men that own businesses, that have some disposable income, that can pay for my training, but if I don't help them understand where they need help, because their pain point's not big enough and they can't hear me say it, it's not going to connect. You have to know that the audience that understands you and where they are. And the people who need what it is that you have are part of what organizations? Are really high level. If you don't know, put out a question on Facebook. Hey, men, women between this age range and this area of the world, what organizations are you part of? Super curious. Crazy. In today's society, in today's culture, with digital marketing the way that it is, when you don't know an answer to a question, all you have to do is ask. Just ask it. You'll get some feedback. You'll get some results. that's it for today. Tomorrow, we're going to keep moving into the third part of the 10 things that you're going to need to become a true subject matter expert.